Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. In today's Courseplay tutorial I'm going to show you how to fertilize a field using liquid slurry. Alright, so I got my slurry tanker here and my tractor. So what we want to do first of all is we want to record a reloading course. So once the fertilizer tank is empty, you want to go and resupply it somewhere. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to start right here because this is an awkwardly shaped field. So I'm going to start recording the course right here, like so. And then I'm going to drive over to this little BGA over here. And I'm going to take this turn nice and gently, like so. And what I'm going to do is going to bring up my information so I know I gotten close enough to the trigger point. There we go. And now I'm going to just drive out the back half of this BGA here. And then I'm going to drive back onto the same field that we were on before. There we go. We're just going to scoot through, well, we'll just go through here, up to here. And depending on the size of the course, or the size of the field, or the shape of the field, so this field's a bit oddly shaped, so sometimes getting more into the middle of the field can be helpful. Alright, so there we go. So let's save this as F14. Let's call this refill. Okay, so what we want to do now is just close that course. You want to calculate the perimeter of this particular field, which is field 14. There you go. So you hit the calculator field, current field width. So let's overwrite 14. And you want to go into fertilizing and seeding mode down there. I'm going to go up to here and choose field 14. I'm going to set the width. So what you want to do is you want to double check to see how wide your fertilizer spreader is supposed to spread. So in this case it does 11 meters, so let's double check. It does say 11 meters. Let's take that back just a little bit, just so there's a little bit of overlap. So what I'm going to do is going to set it in the bottom right hand corner right here, which is the southeast corner, or it should be. And we want to set it so it heads north from there, and we're going to generate the course. Now what you want to do is you want to go over to this field 14 and add that course together. So now what you should have is a course that will fertilize the field and refill your slurry tanker. So let's go ahead and fill this guy up and verify that the course actually works. Let's just drive around here, go back to the BGA, and let's refill this tanker here and go from there. So sometimes you have to fiddle with which way you do it. Sometimes with old Courseplay you used to be able to do it this particular way that I showed you here. With the new one sometimes it can be a bit finicky, I've discovered. Alright, that's probably enough. Let's go to the very first waypoint. And where is the first waypoint? So looks like the first waypoint is somewhere over here. Not sure where exactly it is yet. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, sometimes that will happen. So what you want to do is, if that does happen to you, you want to do the same thing over again and recalculate, or generate the course once again. So we're on field 14, verify we're on field 14, which is right here, yes. And then generate the course once again, and then load it to field refill. And let's try that again. See, it does that from time to time, so if that does happen, just do the course over again, because for whatever reason, sometimes you may have accidentally put it on the wrong course and whatnot. Alright, so he's going to go to the very first point there. He's going to start spreading slurry, like so. As you can see, he's spreading slurry, and he's probably going to run out soon. Oh, there, he's run out. So now he's going to go to the starting course, or I should say to the end of the course, which is over here somewhere. But what you can set it up is, because it says return to first point, so it's deactivated. So if I had that activated, it would go back to that very first point back there first, and then go to the very last, the other points over here, or the points on the other side where we started the course. So here's the very last point on this edge right here. So he's going to go there and then go to the very first point. So sometimes, depending on the way the field is shaped, it's good to have a little bit of foresight and just think about which way it's going to go. So he's going to go to this last point here, and then he's going to go to the starting of the course. Let's go ahead and turn his field speed up a little bit here. And what you want to do is set it to maximum. So what happens is if you set it to recording speed, this speed from that very last point to the very first point takes forever. So just make sure you set it to maximum speed there, else it does take quite a long time. So we have him set to the maximum speed. He's going to go to the starting of the refill course now. Alright, he's coming up to it. Now he's going to go down to the BGA here. And he's going to refill. He's going to refill the slurry from our BGA here. So here's a scenario where you need to be a bit careful as to how fast you set your speed to, because sometimes the turning will be a bit off. So as you can see, he's refilling the slurry tanker at the moment. And I'm going to let him just refill completely. This is a little small tank. And then what's going to happen is he's going to go from here to the very last point and then continue where he left off. So one of the things you might want to do also is you might want to have these courses drive by fuel tankers because they will automatically fuel themselves if they are low on fuel. With FS15, they don't use a lot of fuel, but they still use fuel over time, so keep that in mind. Alright, so he's going to go up here, and then he's going to go to the very last point where he ended up, which is somewhere over there. And so he's going here. This is the end of the refill course. Now he's going to go back to the point where he left off, which is right there for fertilizing. And then what happens is once he's empty again, he's going to do the same thing all over again. So let's just watch him do his thing. There he goes. He's going to that last point right there. He's going to turn left. It's going to slide a little bit. So that's one of the things you need to keep in mind, is you need to make sure you adjust the speed accordingly. So he's going to go to that last point. There he is. He's going to turn the slurry tanker on. There he goes. And that's how you fertilize a field using a slurry tanker. My name's Iain Robson. This has been another Courseplay tutorial, and I'll catch you guys later.